Hello and good morning everyone. Welcome to another Vanilla Sunday. We're here in my single player vanilla world and pretty much where we left off, the place we left off. Sorry, my mouse has something in it. There we go. Okay. Anyways, I have this running. I spent time between last Sunday and now getting it all set up. There's 2 layers and it's running decently fast enough for me. They aren't dropping at, they're not all dropping at half a heart left because that second layer, they're up higher. So sometimes they're dying. So I actually lifted the floor up 1 and to try to compensate for that. So some of them have a little bit more health left than they should, or than I planned on. Doesn't matter to me really. It's just kind of the way it is. So yeah. You can see there's a lot of guys bouncing around in there, and I've been doing some killing, getting some items, and I have been doing some enchanting. You can see here I've got a whole enchanting setup. I need to get an anvil yet, but I now have some enchanted gear, and I unfortunately have thorns on my diamond chest plate. I really like the blast protection and unbreaking, so I might just have to put up with it for a little while. I don't like thorns because without mending, it wears down that piece of armor. I have some meh stuff on the other things, but I'm not being super picky with things right now and like ripping enchantments off and doing only books and putting things on via the anvil. Just wanted to get some better stuff than what I had. So this is better than what I had. Then for my tools, I've got an efficiency 4 pick. I wish it had unbreaking, but like I said, you just start with what I've got. This is the same bow that we had. This awesome sword, sweeping edge 3, sharpness 4, unbreaking 3, looting 3. Woohoo! Efficiency 2 shovel and a fortune 3, efficiency 4 pick axe. So that's what we have. Use the grindstone to remove enchantments. Like if we took this chest plate and put it in the top, and when we pulled it out, you get a little bit of XP back and it removes the enchantments. Hello, thank you Darth for the follow. I appreciate it. My apologies for how noisy it is up here. We're not going to stay here. I just wanted to show you what I've been working on. So yeah, I come here, kill some things, get some better gear. This is the starter gear for us from now on. So yeah. At some point, I will make uber awesome gear once I'm really sure I know what that is. It's been so long since I've done vanilla enchanting that, you know, usually you're relying on mods and whatnot when I'm on the modded. I could jump off the edge into the water. I prefer not to. And we have to swim because I broke my boat and then didn't pick it up. Is that my boat? No, that's a fish. Yeah, I goofed. Actually, let's make one. I don't want to have to swim. Thankfully, I have everything I need to make another boat. Yay! So, over here, I've done a little bit over here as well. Sorry. Definitely need resources though. I've spent most of my time in the game setting up the enchanting and mob farm. So I have not gone mining. I haven't done any resource collection. We'll just get a collection of boats here. Yeah, all that stuff is just, it's not been done. But here, I have let the villagers out so that they can start repopulating the village. And from what I read, it is working by the way, but from what I've been reading about the new village mechanics on how they breed and how they produce offspring and whatnot, it's a lot easier than it used to be, in my opinion. and they made it so that even naturally generated villages like this actively try to replenish their population if they're down to just 2 villagers, which is where we were at. We just had the 2 villagers after that horrendous raid that was a mess. So I made sure there was a bunch of beds in each of the homes. I think there's at least one. I've made a couple of the job site blocks. I left the ones that were in buildings. I think this one has a smoker. Yeah. I've got a blast furnace there. That was the one that was over near our setup for when we were doing the walls. I made a grindstone and put it in front of that house. There's a couple of already set up farmer blocks. We've got the lectern here. I haven't gotten a librarian yet, but things are progressing. We had 2 farmers. Those were the ones when we first let them back out. They both became farmers, so that's extremely helpful because they're the ones that give the food to everyone else. There's this guy. This is a mason with the stone cutter that I had over here. Just moved it over here near a house. So this is the mason. And yeah, so we have some villagers starting to repopulate the village. So that feels good. Like I said, I've done a little bit of reading. I'm not, proficient in villager mechanics, but yay. It is raining, so I put my cows all corralled up. This is where I was getting my leather from. So, yeah. After this bit of bread, we're gonna have steak. It's kind of funny that vanilla hasn't added sandwiches yet. It'd be awesome to be able to do a bread and steak, or bread and pork would be a pork sandwich, or bread should be a chicken sandwich. It'd be so easy to do that. But, anyway. Yeah, I need to corral the sheep yet. They're still just wandering around. That's just, yeah. I haven't had a big need for them. I just needed some wool to make a few beds, and that's really all they've been useful for at this point. So they're just wandering around. There is another stray cat, but I haven't gone fishing to be able to catch it. There's another stray cat running around, kind of like a whitish cream colored cat. I want to catch all the cats that I see wandering around. So, alright, so what have I done? I have torn down 2 houses that were here. There were 2 houses here. I tore them down, relocated the beds into the other houses around here. This is going to be where my warehouse is. So my storage. This will be my storage. It's going to be 2.5 stories high, and I say half because that third one's going to be a lot smaller. It's going to go up. Yeah. Remember, we're doing flat roofs, and we're access to the second levels on the outside with stairs and whatnot. So try to think Middle Eastern. Sort of like, if you watched the animated Aladdin. I haven't seen the live action, so I can't compare. So they've got, or if you, Egypt, so it's very, because it's so hot that a lot of times they'll sleep outdoors, and that's why they can access their roof, so that's where they end up sleeping, on pallets on the floor, on the ceiling, on the roof, that sort of deal. So that's what I'm thinking about for this whole area, will be that sort of thing. My warehouse is I'm going to fit as much as I can in here, but we're going to supplement that by making a storage yard with silos. Cross your fingers, it's going to have redstone. And this is where the silos are. Each one of these is a silo, storage silo with an adjoining yard where I'm going to have the blocks stacked around the silo so you know what storage yard it is. But I think I've made the ones I want. I'm going to put cobble over here because this is going to be nice and big. Be cobble and stone. See, we got cobblestone, and then we got andesite, diorite, and granite here. So that's what's going to be here. This is the road where this dirt is. This is where we're going to be the path. And this is the one of the main entrances. And then on this side is going to be, so far, sand and gravel, and I'll probably have dirt over here as well. So I figured hard blocks over there, soft squishy blocks over here. That's the hope. So I'm going to be making several silos. We're going to I've seen a picture, so I haven't really seen the redstone detailed out in these pictures, so I'm going to cross my fingers and hope I can figure it out. But it uses barrels instead of chests, and if you know anything about FPS and, you know, quality of you know, display quality, graphics quality, FPS is a number that as it goes down, your world gets all jittery, and chests, a bunch of chests, tend to do that. Barrels don't have that problem. And I've read on Reddit about the tests that they've run that prove that barrels don't have that problem. So we're going to use barrels, and we're going to need a lot of hoppers. So I won't be able to do this right away with the storage silos, but we're going to make probably different height storage silos over there. So we're going to start by making the yards, or at least one yard, so I have an idea what I want them to look like. And then we'll come over here and start mapping out this warehouse. That's the plans for the day. So we still probably want to do a wood lumberyard. So just trying to give you an idea of what's actually going to be in this warehouse versus what's not. We're probably going to have a lumberyard somewhere, and I'm actually considering putting it on this side and having the tree farm out there. Yeah, so that's the plan, hopefully. The storage yard ground is going to be gravel, and I have a bit of gravel to get started on that. It'll be gravel, and then we're going to have probably sandstone fencing and whatnot. Let's see if I've got regular sandstone in here. I don't, so let's just grab some sand. So we can make fencing. Get us started there. All right. As far as size and where this silo is, I think the front of the silo, so this is where it turns, I think the front of the silo will be right here. So this will be the barrel that we access the gravel from, and then it'll have like redstone lamps to indicate how full the silo is on this side. And so that means I think I want to go to there. Yeah, and then on this side to here. So we're gonna clear out the sand here that's visible, replace it with gravel, and I will likely do some coarse dirt as well. I don't think I have any dirt on me. All right, so oops. And the reason it, uh-oh, I thought I'd slept. Oh dear. Apparently not. Hey. Never fought these guys before. I'm not sure what the tactic is. Got him. How many do I have left? Just him? I hope so. Yay! Alright, guess we're gonna go sleep. I thought I had been slept recently, but apparently not. Okay. Woo! We have Phantom Membrane. While I'm over here, let's grab some dirt so we can make some coarse dirt. Oh, I was going to mention that since I have Optifine installed, that's what causes the blocks to look like they're blending together a bit better. I think I mentioned before that some of the features of BOO's resource pack requires Optifine for them to work. One of the main ones, the reason I have Optifine installed, is the dark oak trees turning pink-leaved in the plains biome. That only works because of Optifine. It does not work if you do not have Optifine installed. And I wanted them, so hey, where did you come from? Okay. So let's do some coarse dirt. Great. Doesn't look that different to gravel, which is fantastic. Oh, it's got some mossy texture to it. I kind of like. Every so often. Very nice. Okay, so we have that, and then fences, and we're gonna want them on the exterior here. We're just gonna do that first. This is all gonna go where the fences are, so we'll have walls extending down that far. So I'm not too concerned. I'm not sure what I'm doing on here, mainly because I want it to look like that's been eroded away by the water, so I don't want it to have a problem there. Okay. I am wondering if I want it to go out this way just a bit. Let's see. Gravel, coarse dirt. All right. Yes. Great. I like it. do want to put the wall here as well. All right. So then this, like I said, will be our cobble one, and we're going to put piles of the cobblestone variant stuff out here as if it's not in the storage silo, just so you can see what it is. We could do another variety where there's an actual wall, but I think that's kind of more modern. What would I do? No, I think I like just open, exposed to the air for the quarried stuff. The lumberyard might be a good place to build covered, to protect the wood, to build covered areas, even, you know, protected from sun damage and wind. An off chance that there happens to be a little bit of rain in here, that sort of thing. What should the silo look like? You know, using the orange acacia for the silo might be, as a feature, might be interesting. Let's see here. I don't think I want to use sandstone since all the buildings are going to be sandstone pretty much. The silos could stand out by being a different, by looking different. Suppose we'll have to think about that. Let's do we're not going to have it go out too far here. This will be for stone, probably. Silo could just be a square with a flat top. Well, I certainly don't want it to look like a farm building. Let's see. Thinking here. Gonna have to get some acacia. I'm that'd be too weird. Flat topped. I don't want it to look too plain, but it doesn't need to be super fancy either. The other thing I have to think about is the silo, the image that I'm going off of. The barrel and hopper thing is this big, but at the very top you've got the redstone that ticks to put stuff into the barrels that sticks out. So I have to keep that in mind too. It sticks out a ways. So I'm hoping perhaps I could make them look like they're little crane lifts. They stick out like 4 or 5 blocks because it does the that's sand, it won't work that well. it does this thing. So we've got the comparator coming out of a hopper into a block and then coming back around to do a redstone tick sort of thing. Repeater, redstone torch, that sort of deal. So I need to take care of that at the top. I can't remember exactly what it looks like because I am going to be building the first one. Not today. Today is about trying to figure out the buildings. Let's see. We used a little bit of gravel around the, or gravel, cobblestone around the base. We could do did I pick you up? I did. Let's try to. The barrels are made like this, aren't they? Yeah. So we're gonna have a barrel here. And I think I want it that way, just for whatevers. I don't remember how far apart the redstone lamps are, but I think yeah. This could be quite a challenge. I might have to build at one in order to know how big it is. Maybe it's bigger than this. I'm thinking it is bigger because, okay, we've got block there, redstone lamp. Which means there's a block here for the repeater to go into the redstone lamp. And does that mean that the barrel is here? And that would stick it out this way further. So our silos might change size. Anyway. That out of gravel. Maybe going underground to collect some resources. Because that's it for gravel. And we'll replace these. That. I haven't decided if I'm going to use lanterns. They don't quite go well with this theme. I don't think so anyway, for how I'm visualizing it. Yeah. That should be really cool, and we get a road through here. See, just imagining the piles of cobblestone, mossy cobblestone slabs, stairs, walls, all that piled up in there. Have stone piled up in here. Stone bricks, cracked, mossy, all that fun stuff. Smaller areas for the diorite, andesite, and granite. Yeah. Okay, we need supplies. But I think what we're going to do next, that we have an idea for those, start mapping this out. It needs to look a little different than what our housing is going to look like, since it is not our housing. Do we have any smooth cut regular sand? Let's drop off the dirt and the coarse dirt. And these things in here. Sure. Okay. And oops. Apparently there's a dark spot there. Alright. I would like to do... I think the regular sandstone for the corners. Here. And each height is going to be 6. I want to do 7. This could be one of the biggest buildings. Now that I see that, I don't like it. I don't like the line. I like that better. Okay. And the front is gonna, that's the front, because that's gonna be street facing. This is dock facing, so it is gonna have an entrance here, but it's not the front of the building. The front of the building is street facing. Here. So let's make some more cut. How do you do that? Remind me again how to make cut. Do we need to use the stone cutter, or can we do it the old-fashioned way? Okay. All right. So this is going to be wall here. And our entrance, I think our entrance will be right here. So we're going to delineate that with fences. And I want it to be too wide. Alright, so how do you make the smooth sand? So you have to cook the regular stuff, don't you? I need a setup. I think I have some of the smooth over here from our fencing stuff. Hello there. Sand, regular. There's a little bit of smooth. Do I have some? I do. Okay. Grab a couple chisels too if I can. Alright. Let's see here. The front is going to be comprised of a bunch of arches in front of the actual walls here. I just have to figure that part out. I just want to figure out this wall first. And I have to decide, is that how tall I want it? But I think we'll do there and there. And we'll use regular sandstone for the door jamb. Like that. If we did smooth. That needs to be smooth. Alright, we are going to vary the pattern and whatnot of the walls, but to start out, I think we'll start with the smooth. Figure out where some windows might be. They'll be up high. And I'll use fence gates to close them off. Let's see. Yeah, high windows to deter thieves, but also because there's going to be chests in here and barrels and whatnot, and I have to work around the windows. I think this layer will be more cut. Give it a border. Might even try a couple of fizzled. One there. One there. Sure. Okay. Need to make some scaffolding. So there's a start. And that's in the wrong spot. Let's fix it. We should make some scaffolding. Scaffolding. So this. Whoops. That's the, yeah. And then we need smooth there, and then we can do okay. Yep. So then we can do windows. Alright. Let's find out how to make scaffolding. Clearly not with just what I have in my inventory. How do I make you? Oh, I need string. All right. Um, 48 is probably enough for now. String away. Bamboo. Don't need these signs either, do we? I think we picked up that bow from the skeleton. Alright, I do not know everything there is to know about how to use scaffolding. So we need to keep that in mind. Just trying to decide. It might be nice to have these to keep direct sunlight from coming in. And then I need to make... Where did I put this mic? It's all over there. Let's make a new one. Alright, I need... fence gates. We want to have them open. Nah. You can stand in the middle-ish and press shift to go up like an elevator. Alright, good to know. I know that when you place them, you can just place them here to go up, and you can break the bottom one for them to all come down. I think, like... Yeah. I don't know how far it can go that way. But, so we'll figure it out. Okay, so... I'm not gonna do cut, but I've got... Those are the 3 types of sandstone, aren't they? Plus the smooth. Let's figure this out, because I don't want this to be all perfect. I want this to look worn. We're also going to put some sand in spots. And, oh, there's the other cat. Over here. That's a good start for that. We're gonna do some fencing, regular spruce fencing. And we're gonna put that that here and here, and there will be torches on top of that. Okay. That's pretty good. Now we have to do this other side. And again, it's going to start out with the smooth. We need to take this back. Yeah. Hey there, how'd you end up in this? Hi. Alright. There. This one actually needs to be cut. Woo. Great. And then the arches are going to, that would be probably a good use for the rough variety. We'll start with one here and one here. And since I don't think this is an odd sized building, we're gonna have to do a little bit of playing with shapes. Yeah. Arch there, arch there. Arch here. Use the scaffolding to go between floors? Yep, we could. Alright. Ooh. I think I want to take this back. And you can come down. Great. And let's see. I think the main entrance. Maybe we could do two entrances. One here. And one here. No, I don't want that. We're gonna put one right here. This will be the entrance on this side. And we'll do it 3 wide for this entrance because it's not the dock loading zone. Alright, we'll do the same thing we did on the other side though. We'll line the door jamb with the regular sandstone. And we're going to put trap doors up here above the regular doors, and probably might do them in the middle too. Just give it a different look in there. So we need to go up with the the smooth sandstone and start figuring out a design. Do I have any more creeper faces? I do. Okay. And then, like we did before, we're gonna figure out a breaking up the solid space in the front. Some of that will be arches anyway. I'll just scale you over there. Some of it will probably be these windows. So if we did E4. That we're gonna get more spruce and do spruce slabs and have them come up there. I think I want to do that and then have stairs here and here. Right. This will actually need to be cleared out because this will be the floor, the step up part. And if we wanted to match one window there and then another one here, that would pretty much look like it matched too. So that's cool. I think we have a whole lot of smooth sandstone left, do we? I need to make some more cut. Alright. Challenge now is that these windows, those won't quite work with my idea of connecting it that way. If I did it this way though, it would be fine. This one down here should be new. Yeah. Okay. Two walls partially done.